we're going to now move over to the boxing world. And the boxing world was rattled this weekend, man. Like on Twitter trending at the top was like the top few words were literally like robbery, bullshit, fixed. It was fucking mental. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the top ranked card. We had Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall fighting for the undisputed title. And I don't think anyone was expecting it at all. Like Jack Catterall was
Crazy.
he was like a massive underdog for the fight as well, which is insane. And he done amazing. He came out there and he dealt with Josh Taylor. The majority, like 99% of people, other than Carl Froch, basically thought that Jack Catterall won the fight as well, which is really disappointing because one of the judges had it like 114 to 111 Josh. Like, it was absolutely mental.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch the fight, just a quick rundown of it. It was like, started watching it. The first 6 rounds, you could give the first 6 rounds to Catterall, which is mental.
Easy.
Like, he was absolutely dealing with him. He was just throwing this left overhand as well, which was just catching him like when he wanted to. And then we had a knockdown. Josh got knocked down for the first time in his career in the 8th round, which is a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
And then a point was deducted off Catterall later on, I think maybe in the 7th or 8th, for pushing Josh's head down. Or punching him whilst his head was down, and then Josh got a point deducted. Like, it was so weird. Did you see the point deduction for Josh Taylor?
No, I didn't see it. I think I zoned off at that point.
So weird. Basically, the bell goes. They're both in the corner. Yeah. Jack's walking off, and like he's hit him just after the bell, and then Josh has gave him a little punch to the stomach, like as he's walking off. Yeah. And then he's deducted a point. So I don't know. The ref was on a bit of a madness. He was like bare strict. But yeah, at the end of the fight, like, I was just sat there thinking, Josh has lost this. Like, there's no way he's won this.
Yeah.
Like, even I'd say Josh turned it on in the last 3 rounds of the fight, but it's too late by then, and especially with the points deduction, like,
and the knockdown,
and the knockdown. So like the points, like, kind of like balanced each other out. Then he also had the knockdown as well on top of it. It was just stupid. Like, there's an investigation going on. One thing I do want to say, which is fair play to Ben Shalom. Like, he came out straight after and said, I'm embarrassed because obviously I've promoted this card. Yeah. And like, the refereeing has been a shambles. So I think there's like an investigation going on with like the British Board of Control. So we're going to see like how the referees came to that decision and so forth.
Yeah. My opinion on the fight was just like, Catterall I think Josh Taylor struggled with the southpaw. Catterall's southpaw, and like you said, he was landing that. The jab left hand, because it's different with southpaw. Yeah, so the jab left hand was landing all the time. He looked stronger. He looked quicker. He just looked like a better boxer technically. So Josh Taylor only really got shots off in the sort of dirty clinch when they're separating. He'll get a shot, or like inside he'll get like a dirty shot in. Other than that, he wasn't touching him, and Catterall was just landing on him all the time. So it was. And I think the sad thing is, and this is what Bellew said and Johnny Nelson and all the rest, is that as a boxer, you train your whole life to become a world title holder, and not only would he have won 1, he would have won 4, and the Ring Magazine one. They would have been undisputed. So they've said that they've literally robbed his livelihood, because that would have changed his life. Big fights, more money. So that bad refereeing has actually affected this guy's livelihood, and it's really bad, to be honest. And you know, it does happen from time to time, but I think this one was so clear that you can't even make a case.
It was honestly like, it's so like, as soon as they started reading out the judges' scorecards, and one guy had 113, 112 to Taylor, I just thought, oh, this is going to be a fix, man. Yeah. Like, you just had that horrible feeling, like, oh no. But like, it's so good that so many people have come out and like called this one out. Like, I feel like a lot of the times when these decisions happen, they kind of get swept under the rug. Everyone's forgot about it after a week. But like, even on Twitter today, people are still talking about it. Yeah. And it's actually being investigated. What will come of the investigation, I have no idea. But it can't happen, man. That's bullshit. Like you said, the guy's trained his whole life for that moment, and it's been taken away from him, which is fucking shit. So
the strange thing is that I don't know if I'm misreading this, but Josh Taylor came out and actually said he thought he's rewatched it and he thought he's won the fight.
Yeah. He did. He said that. And I think they're both, him and Ben Davison are obviously just in denial. Like, they're literally chatting shit, because Ben was literally saying to him towards the end of the fight in the corner, "You're losing this." And then he said in the final round, "We need a knockout." And then he goes, Nah, I was just saying it to like get him like charged up and stuff. Like I know my
Ridiculous, man.
fighter. I was thinking, mate, you knew he was fucked.
Yeah.
Like at the end, like even when he tried putting his arm up, like obviously they do that at the end to like kind of sway the refs.
Yeah.
The decision, the refs' decisions made by that point because they've been scoring the whole fight. The only way I see this going away is by moving to open scoring. I think open scoring needs to happen. So we can like see at the time.
Explain what that is. I don't know what you mean.
Open scoring is like when the scores are made available for each round, so they can see what's being scored. Yeah, what's being scored at the time. No, none of this like, or maybe leave a couple of them blank and then I'll fill them in at the end or something, like to try like no, like it needs to be open scoring. Give it so we can see and the fighters can see exactly what it is that you're scoring the rounds. Like it's just bullshit, man. It's not enough to hand over your slip at the end because in that time where all the fans are sat there, God knows what you're scribbling away. So, I don't know, man. It's fucking annoying.
Also, the rematch won't be at that weight, will it? If they do a rematch, Josh Taylor said he's not going down today. It's going to be up. So obviously, it's going to be a bit of a different game.
He has to. If like, how can you move up to 147? You can't. Like, you've just robbed this guy. Give him his rematch at 140. Don't matter if you struggle to make the weight. Start your cut earlier, but like make that cut and give that guy the chance that he deserves because he beat you fair and square. But yeah, like you said, I don't see it happening. There's some people that have said like, obviously if Catterall wants to stay at 140, then and Josh Taylor moves up, vacates the belts or whatever, he should be mandatory for each belt. But I don't know how you could even enforce that either. So
okay,
I don't know, man. Interesting one though. Big talking point this week. And